Got the world in a spin. Blades in my hand, got the world in a spin. Javon's knife flicks, let the show begin. Every move sharp like the edge I hold. Stories untold, sharper than gold. Flick life, twist life, every frame tight. Knives on the screen, cutting through the night. Subscribers piling up like stacks on stacks. Javon's in the zone, ain't no turning back. Clicks and views, yeah, they fly like sparks. Knives in the dark, carving out my mark. From ballad songs, flipping to the sickest tricks. Javon's knife flicks, where legends are lit. Every video's fresh like a polished blade. Precision and grind, that's how dreams get paid. Cutting through limits, breaking the streak. Javon on the rise, every fan's heartbeat. From tutorials fire to unboxings insane. Content so slick, you won't leave the lane. Blood, sweat, grip, stealing every flick. In Javon's world, sharp is the only pick. Flick life, twist life, every frame tight. Knives on the screen, cutting through the night. Subscribers piling up like stacks on stacks. Javon's in the zone, ain't no turning back.
My channel may review knives, but I have the most fun on the lives. Settle in and grab a snack. Javon and his vibe will arrive to attack. Talking blades and casting shade. There may be some friendly debate, but please no hate. Wow! My channel may My channel may review knives, but I have the most fun on the lives. Settle in and grab a snack. Javon and his vibe will arrive to attack. Talking blades and casting shade. There may be some friendly debate, but please no hate. But please no hate. My channel may very few know. Debate, don't hate. 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 We're gonna take you back, gonna take you way back with a positive rap. Now tell me how about that? And in a matter of fact, yo, don't believe the hype. We about to shine a light, it's about to be out of sight. The classic sound that's coming back around. It's the ultimate breakdown that you can get down to, and it's brand new just for you. So take a listen, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take you back, we're gonna take you way back to the sounds of the past for the message that will last. Debate, don't hate. 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 Say debating and you say hating. Now let's get to it. No hesitating. Come on, let's debate it. This hatred is faded. Now get up on the mic and tell me what you say. We came here to have a good time. We came here to free our minds. Don't leave that negativity behind, 'cause it's a celebration of life. We're gonna take you back, gonna take you way back with a positive rap. Now tell me how about that? And it
Cause we can rap a little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna wanna make it. Are you high on cigarettes?
Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Javon's weirdness and get high on cigarettes. that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? He don't smoke 'em, but he loves it when you do. That's why he's high on cigarettes. And if you find him, you should light him up a few. He's getting higher on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong? Do you know that you're right or wrong?
The Insomniac sitting spins now on the air for all the night freaks who can't sleep. I'm the Insomniac, Juvon, and today we're gonna take a look at some of my flicks. So you're getting where you're fitting. Sit down, shut up, and listen. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to flick it. Welcome to the Insomniac Sit and Spin. Welcome to the Insomniac Sit and Spin. Welcome to the Insomniac Sit and Spin. Welcome to the Insomniac Sit and Spin.
Uh-oh, it's Gore, king of the Terrans. Can he be stopped? Imagine Gore can only be stopped by Super Joe Commander with a 1-2 punch and Power Light Vest and the shield. 1 penlight battery for each not included. Imagine their fight by night with light. Gore flashes his red power ray. Imagine the shield blocks it and flashes back his own beam of light. Imagine it's lights out for Gore. Super Joe Commander with a 1-2 punch and Power Light Vest, the shield and Gore, new from Hasbro, each sold separately.
I can flash you with my Gore light. What is up, people? Happy early Insomniacs Live. We will just get into it. Like Double D said, we will double down and we will jump in it. And I hope everybody gets good vibes. Yeah, we will all just kind of chill. We'll talk about some knives. We'll see what's going on in each other's lives. Show you something cool. I got in from Amazon. I actually bought 2 of these. I haven't tried them yet, but they're these I can't read the brand. These are the 6-inch by 1/2-inch ferro rods. I got 2 of them for like $13, or you can buy like a single 2-inch by 5-inch for like $10. So I went ahead and bought the 2. I need to get some leather or something good. This is just micro cord that I put through it. And then something else cool. A company reached out to me from Amazon, wanting me to take a look at a little screwdriver. And this is more of a gadget fixing screwdriver, but it does have a T6 to a T10. And it's got this little magnetic carriage in the back. It's got a spanner bit. It's got flat bits. It's got Torx bits. It's got security bits. And it just slides right in there. The bits are held in by a magnet too. They're double-sided. And this little thing's like $14. I probably won't use it for my primary knife tear down because I've got so many other drivers, but I will put it in my bug out bag because it's got so many different bits. It's got a bunch of hex bits. It's got again, I'm saying it's got 20 bits, which are 40 different combinations. Just a little interesting thing I got in. I did an unboxing. I haven't reviewed it yet, but the magnets have stayed in it. It hadn't popped out. See how it goes. Let's say hey to everybody. What is up? NFK 2026. Let's start at the top. Go down and say hey. Say hey, what's up? Angelo is here early, and Angelo signed up for a membership. Angelo, I appreciate you so much. I don't know if you're in here now, but made your man hug, and you will be coming to Saturday, stopping by Saturday Lives. They're pretty cool. I think Homer Fleites was the recipient of this week. Marco Scam is in the house. The man, the myth, the legend. My buddy, what is up? Neil McKenzie, channel member, in the house. Nick Martino in the house. What is up? These guys were in here early. I hope they're still here. I try to start a little earlier than even 9:15, just to have time to hang with you guys. And I'll stay here late if y'all want to stay late. I'm not doing it to get out early. It's just part of it. Neil McKenzie, channel member, what is up? Richard Hopkins, my buddy, channel member, frequent contributor to the channel. The reason all my giveaways have a cool little fixed blade with them, that is because of Richard, the man. Joe Isabella, channel member, what is up? Beautiful person. Joe, also a frequent contributor, has sent so much jank out that we've given away. So much jank that I've hoarded here. Some B-up jank and other really cool pocket stuff. Joe is a craftsman. I think I said hey to Marco. I know I said hey to Marco Scamma. What is up, guys? Double D, good to see you, brother. Welcome, welcome. We've got video comment. What is up, buddy? Everybody say hey to video comment. We are all here to hang out, talk knives, talk lives, be shady. What is up? Right now, I've just got some American fixed blades on the table, but that can change because there's some other stuff I wanted to show you. I also got some stuff in today that's pretty cool, but I can't show it till September. It's the September Kaiser stuff that I get. I get little allotments of that stuff. But a cool fixed blade in there. Some cool folders. Got a couple of the Blade series, which are cool, which are kind of the upgraded ones. One of them blew me away. I can't give much away from it, but yeah, something I did not expect to see. And it's something I saw at Blade Show, but wasn't sure. Saw it, talked to a couple of people about it. We'll look at it as soon as I can show it. What's up, Brown Sugar? Good to see you, young lady. Welcome, welcome. Who else is in the house? Who am I missing? If I've missed you, it's only because I'm scrolling. I never had a Gorgon. I think that was my little brother's generation, but I had all kinds of those little toys. And I go through, I've got a whole file. I've had to start deleting it because I'm running out of file space on my computer. I need a bigger computer because when I upload a video to YouTube, it's gone forever. I delete it. I don't save it. I don't archive it. Don't really care to. Don't see a reason to. Yeah, Richard, no Taco Bell commercial because I thought it would maybe trick me up. You know, every time I see that little guy, it makes me super hungry. We'll get it. Spoiler alert. He runs right past the little chick Taco Bell because he's going.
Something very unusual going on at Taco Bell. Something you wouldn't expect. We're making pizza. Mexican pizza. It's like...
Newsflash, they don't put olives on them anymore. I used to have to ask specifically not to have olives. Not anymore. They don't do it. Let's see if our dim street lights look cool. Nah. I've tried to find more spinny stuff, but there's a lot of spinny stuff that'll kind of make you nauseous. I picked this up the other day. Thought it would be cool. Doesn't do it for me. pick this up. It kind of gets me dizzy after a while, so I'm just going to stick with the nebulous clouds or the Milky Way, as it were, as you would. Dang Ross, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, NFK 2026. I hope everybody's having a fantastic week. Double D became a YouTube member, buddy. Right now, every Saturday at 2:30, we do a members live. It's just thank you. I hope to do more members content, but that little live just allows you to come in. You don't have to stay for the whole hour. You just drop a comment and you're eligible for the thank you. It's usually a giveaway we do every Saturday, and we don't spend a lot of time, but we can hang in there for an hour. But that's usually going on during Ron Crow's live. So I always send people over there after they've dropped in the magic word. But thank you, buddy. I appreciate that more than you know. The support means everything. Henry G, what is up? Good to see you, buddy. Homer Felites. That's the man that won Saturday's giveaway, channel member. His stuff shipped out Monday. Let's see where it is. Let's see when he's going to get it. I don't even remember where Homer is. I'm not going to dox him. I'm just going to give you an anticipated date. It's not going that far. Estimated delivery by 8/21. After tomorrow. So you should have it pretty soon, Homer. I think you will dig it. That little 3-pointer is a good little knife. And the one Richard threw in, I've got, like I said, I've got some that are a little bit longer and I don't have boxes to ship them in, but those small ones are bangers. Henry G, I said hey to him, said hey to Dang Ross. Let's make sure I haven't missed anybody, and then I'll start showing y'all some stuff. All right. So first off, I want to show you this screwdriver, just in case. That's that little Hoto screwdriver I was just telling you guys about. Comes in several colors. I think blue and black. I'm not saying it's a must-have. I'm just saying if you're looking for a small little screwdriver, it's not a bad one. I do have an affiliate link for it. I'll drop it in there just in case. I've got affiliate links for anything from Amazon. If you guys are ever into the shopping at Amazon and you go to my Amazon store and you go in there, and then you shop whatever you want to shop for, believe it or not, it throws that little percentage back to the channel. It doesn't cost you any more, but it's just there if you need to use it. And I put them in there because it's easier to find stuff. That's my story. Plus, this is a little bonus, right? But a couple things I wanted to show you guys. One, I wanted to show you this lucky dog, ranch dog, only because I picked this up in the first drop from Lucky Dog Knife Company. And this one's in 3V, handmade by David Mary Customs. And some fresh ones just hit the site in AEBL and 15C, I think it was. We talked about it when it was on. There's one that's a tool steel, one that's a stainless steel. So these are in stock along with a couple of river rats. I figured we would check real quick and see if there are still any in stock. I know he's been posting a lot of stuff about it, but let's just look. Click off this pop-up. Y'all might have seen him. He's joined us for some Friday Night Flicks. Really nice guy. He's an interior, or not an interior designer, a graphic designer by trade who likes knives and started designing knives and found a guy in Canada to make them. Here's the ranch dog. So you can get it in AEBL or 15N20. That one's my Carta. The one I've got is in Bakota wood. Little spade blade knife. He's also got this new river dog. This little guard dog, which is a calls it a sheep's bill. Gentle enough where you can sharpen it on stone. But he's got a couple of one bulldog in stock, a little 4.5-inch blade, and then some more coming soon. So anyway, Lucky Dog Knife Company. I'm gonna drop Andrew's link in the chat because I'm a huge supporter of him because I love his knives. Yeah, Richard, that is we talked about that when he was on here. That's one of the steels. You can go AEBL if you're looking for stainless, or you can go 15N20. And Shane was on in the chat and Kyle was on, and they were both saying that those are very reliable tool steels, right? I don't know a lot about either of them. I know a lot about AEBL because I have a lot of stuff made out of AEBL. But if you're just looking for a carbon steel that'll patina, that'll look a little bit more rustic over time, the 15N would be the way to go. There's no price difference between the two. And then I've got this little knife, which I'm liking more and more. This is a Rife. It's kind of thick, but it's like a little mini bushcraft knife. It's in DLC coated Magna Cut. Just a little hammer. I mean, I've really beat on this knife, cut a lot with this knife, and the edge has stayed very good. I put also one of the new Ulti clips on it. It's designed to go on your belt on the other side of the clip, but I put it in my back pocket and it clips it in there because I use my thumb every time I deploy a knife. And then one of my favorites that doesn't get enough love on the channel is Colin McGuire, Mag 10 Knife Works, up out of New England, makes a bunch of knives, several different knives, but one of the ones he makes is this EDW, which I think stands for something Warncliffe. But this is so thin, harpoon. This one's an AEBL, 80s camo carbon fiber with lime green liner. And I know my cameras aren't doing it good justice. But just a knife I need to carry more. I've got it in Oak City leather slip. Colin does a great knife. Hey, look who's here. We were talking about steel, and someone who knows about steel arrives. What's up, buddy?
How we doing?
Oh, man, we're just, you're right, Richard. It's used a lot in making Damascus knives. We were just talking about, I ran by Lucky Dog Knife Company's site to see how many knives he still had in stock. And a couple of them, he still got the 15, what is it, NC or 15CN that we were talking about last week or Friday.
Yeah, 15 and 20.
Yeah, and he's got AEBL. And I was thinking the advantage he said was some people might want them to patina. I mean, they're both the same price. I don't know why you wouldn't choose. I would personally choose the stainless myself, but I'm sure some people would prefer the carbon. And why would that might be?
Yeah, personal preference, I guess. But yeah, for the same price point, I'd take it.
Hey, Justin. Welcome, brother. How are you, my man?
What's up, Marco? Hey, Dang Ross. You're getting ready to get started probably tomorrow on your knives.
You're sharpening some for Dang?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. I've been carrying the little fret. It's still very, very sharp. I don't think the edge is going to go away that easily, dude. I mean, on cardboard, on things that I cut. Paul Mills, what's up, brother? Channel member.
What's up, Henry? What's up, B Shady?
Good to see you, dude.
Marco, if I didn't say hello, Marco.
Good evening, everyone.
What's up, Richard?
Tuesday nights are low key. We may have a couple of guests come by. There's no telling. You know who I forgot to send the link to, but I can do it real quick. I don't know if he'll jump on or not. Hold on a sec. Y'all chat amongst yourselves. I never keep Instagram open because it like lets people know that you're open. and they expect you to respond back to comments. And I'm real bad about checking my Instagram comments, like all comments, really. Brass Brigade.
What's up,
Always
Lloyd?
send Jason. He's usually doing family stuff, but he has got some really cool stuff that he can show off when he gets a chance.
Yeah, I got a box going out. Have you seen Tyler around tonight?
Yoko?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Okay.
Got something going to him?
Yeah, I just need to verify an address. So
I was talking to Shane tonight, and the three of us need to chat because I've been thinking about logistical,
same.
and I know y'all think about them too.
Yeah, we had a conversation the day trying to figure some stuff out too.
Yeah, I mean, I just think there's some solutions that are right under our nose. They could just say, because like he was saying, it's not just the cost that you don't get value of shipping; it's the risk, right? So you got two
Yeah,
things.
that's something we were talking about that we can discuss as the three of us. But I think I came up with something for him and to talk with you about that I think may make more sense for everyone involved. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm just looking for ideas. It just seems to me, that and I know I think you used to focus on logistics, right? And a lot of your stuff.
well, that's part of what I did. But I mean, yeah, just generalized business. But yeah,
Yeah, just what you would call making things more not just lean
efficient.
but efficient, right?
Yeah, that's funny you brought up lean was because that's an interesting field of study. If doing like the whole Sigma 6 and lean stuff, I took a couple classes on that stuff, and
Dude, I wasn't there's some self-fulfilling interesting stuff in. I mean, lean I think's good in some things. And I think the concept, I guess, as a whole is we won't get into it tonight, but it makes a lot of sense. We applied it particularly to the operational of a cabinet shop, and most of it was how to maximize the yield of your materials, right, in order as you needed them.
right optimization of materials.
And that's where we first learned about. We didn't invest in one. We continued to do it by hand. But if we'd have invested in the CNC machine, yeah, we would have had a big payment, but we could have produced more high quality work and had a better return on our materials from our, we had one company, two companies we bought all of our materials from.
Right.
Yeah,
there's actually a cool thing because I do some woodworking, and I was showing this tool to Brian Kim a while, like probably almost 2 years ago, about there's a cut tool optimizer that's free you can use. And basically, it's if you're using like sheet goods, right? So like you're using MDF or steel or whatever you're doing, you're cutting out sheet goods. You can put in the parameters all the items you need to be cut, and it'll arrange them in order with the actual kerf and everything to give you the most potential yield out of a sheet good.
And you can run that into your, or do you have to do a lot of tweaking before you can make that a usable file, or is it something?
That's just a regular file, but yeah, you can export it into different things. You can put it into PDF if you just want to print out. And you're doing, cross cuts. You could do it into like an Xcode if you're trying to do a CNC. Yeah, there's all kinds of different things you can do with that. But I was trying to help him try to figure out the best yield possibility out of a sheet of steel. So, and it can be applicable for anything that you're using sheet goods with. Now, it's only 2D, but hey, that's
it adds
all it needs.
up. If you think about it, if you can yield, even if you're only yielding the blade every 2 sheets that you weren't before, that's going to add up.
Right, for sure.
And I know there are a lot of different ways to cut material, but I know that one of Jason's breakthroughs in terms of being able to, he still does a lot of stuff that he cuts out by hand, but a lot of his little J-cals, he did get some kind of cutout, right? Where he would get like 10 of them, he'd have them in his hand with the weight relief cut out ready for him to grind and do stuff to. And for that, the only reason I thought that was a cool thing is because you could then, even though the grind's going to make a difference, you could, look at doing sheaths as shipping them a different way, maybe.
And you can even at that point, you can even do CNC handles as well too. But
and there's nothing, I don't think that takes away too much. I mean, the CNC handles might be something that that I think the grind, and I'm trying to think of Steve Clary's knives. I can't know if I can tell the difference of what's the one tried and true and some of his customs, because the tried and true has CNC cut handles too, right?
Yeah. And so my take on that is, I think,
hey, Robert,
if you're doing batch production and you're doing production, then yeah, that's fine. If you're going to do a custom, at least the grinds need to be, and probably the handle work needs to be on your own. You can have them cut out and all that's fine. But I think the actual handle work and the finishing work and all the details and, the bevels and all that stuff needs to be done by that person.
I agree. And I think the way that, that David Mary does it when he cuts in his jimping, and if you look at his sharpening tools, like if you look at 6 ranch dogs up along a line, they don't all look identical, right? They've got those little small differences that are still custom. But they all come from universal size blank.
So doing the blanks is cool. The one thing that it's not so much a matter of it saves money. It's a cost analysis versus what your time you're going to be putting into actually rough grinding and consumables, whether it be drill bits, belts, bandsaw blades, whatever you're using to grind those blanks.
Yeah, to take everything out of the blank before you can start grinding on it.
Right. So that, and it's nice to have everything uniform. I mean, that's a bonus, but it comes down to, is that worth it? I mean, if you can get that done for, 10 to, depends on what you're doing, $10 to $15, $10, $12 a blank, and you have to do minimal touch up. I mean, you're always going to have to do some touch up, but minimal touch up, then that's probably worth it, because that's over the time of 10 knives. That's probably going to be a couple belts, some drill bit, potentially one drill bit,
good bit of time,
and your time. So I mean, even if you're at 15 to 30 minutes a knife, I mean, 10 knives, that's 3 hours worth of your time. Depends on your skilled labor cost. I mean, that's going to be well over your cost of getting cut out. So
is he still grinding down there? We'll take a look at it.
No, he's done.
Oh, is he done?
Yeah.
I knew he said he had to do some tests tomorrow, so I was going to poke in him on it. I was in there earlier.
And his phone was dying, so he was going to cut out.
I'm sure it gets kind of creepy down there at night, but I'm sure he's well protected.
Oh, yeah.
Marco, you guys are all welcoming, but Marco is one of the most welcoming dudes of the community. I don't think he knows a stranger.
What's up, Doldy? What's up, Brown Sugar? I didn't see you pop in.
But yeah, dude, I was calling you because one of those knives for next month I got in is very impressive and very familiar, and I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm carrying a banger today. I'm carrying my little Crewwear Mamiya.
I love that knife. Did you see the custom one he just did? I don't know if it was either an auction or a raffle on.
No, but he's been doing some amazing stuff. I can't really
God.
look at knives because I'm still an addict, even though I can't afford the habit.
Yeah, I could never afford that knife, but it was a Gen 4 with Baker Forge copper my blade.
You're not looking for an Umnenzon, are you?
Only a very specific one.
Okay.
And he had specially milled scales, and it was all blacked out. It was gorgeous. But Yeah, the only zone I'm looking for is it's a special birth date. I need 2/29/24.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that the guy down at Niles and Moore, he's on vacation. He picked up a Sabenza right before he left, and he's going to let his Unins on go back to stock. But I don't know the date on it. And that sounds pretty specific. Sounds like a needle in a haystack.
It is. That's why.
But he does have 5 little Sabenza 31, or what are they? 20? What's the small Sabenza?
Just a small 31 and 21. That's based on the age of them. 31's a new model, but they have a small and a large 31.
Ah, these are smalls, and he's got a couple of paw prints, blue boxes, and then I think 3 or 4 white boxes with different. One of them's straight tie, and the other 2, one of them has an ivory type overlay, and the other one has I think, micarta.
Yeah,
The small one's not too small. It seems to me if I was going to get one, which I do want one at some time, that I want to get a full size. I very rarely carry my small Spartan or my small Hinders, even though they're plenty big for anything I cut.
I know it's kind of a hot take, but I hate the way Chris Reeve does his inlays, or I shouldn't say inlays, onlays.
Yeah, the loud and proud onlays.
I don't like them raised like that.
I kind of like the little puppy dog pattern if I was more of a puppy dog guy. If I had a puppy dog living with me. I mean, one of them's got the big paw print on it, and the other one has like little paw prints. And then he's got one that's just raw tie.
I would love to, hindsight's 2020, but I remember when they had the Wilson Combat versions on Wilson's website, you could buy them. And to me, at the time, that was way like out of my price range, but those things are like doubled in value, if not more. I'd buy one of those in a heartbeat.
Just because they're so rare in numbers. I did they wanted me to review a knife that I don't think it's gotten a lot of views, but it's a Benchmade 940. It's a BK 2502, I think, and it came out. It's Mars Valley or lava flow carbon fiber handles with a black acid washed Magna Cut blade. I can only find it at one shop, but they've got 3 of them down there. And I figured Benchmade people, I think it was like the list was 4 on it, but they always do deals to match anybody's deal. Let's go 940.
Dang, Ross. Honestly, it's been sitting in the pouch. I haven't even messed with it because I've been busy with other stuff, but
Here it is on Cutlery Shop. Cutlery Shop has it. And I guess they got it because they're a premier dealer. But it's a lot lighter than mine because those carbon fiber scales are structural. What do you think of that? I know you're not a big fan of the 940.
well, it's not my cup of tea, but if people like it, they like it. I hate the way the edge termination on Osborne's are on 940s.
Right here?
Yeah, I mean, the way that they're cut in, you're guaranteed 1 or 2 sharpenings, you're going to get a smile. And they're so thick behind the edge, it's crazy. So the bevels are nasty big. And I'm not a fan of axis locks. So
yeah, yes, that's kind of a double whammy for you.
And I'm not sure why they're doing the Magna Cut advertising it at 60 to 62.
That seems low, doesn't it?
It is low.
But that's why you have custom makers who'll do it higher.
Hell, I think supposedly Rick's doing it at 61 to 63 now. I haven't tested any of the new stuff, but
Doesn't Hogue do it up there a little bit like
Hogue 63, 64.
Yeah, I thought Hogue was a little bit higher than Benchmade.
But here's the thing. People always tout that.
What's up, YouTube Music Portal?
People always tout how good Spyderco is. Spyderco runs it at like 62, 62 and a half. And they get phenomenal results out of it.
Congratulations, Richard. You will like it. The natural, to me, I always like because you can put oil on it. It'll kind of absorb the color of your skin. Most natural to me turns out looking olive. I didn't mean to cut you off, Kyle.
You're good, bud. So, yeah, it's just a matter of how it's done and also how the geometry on it is. Because, so like on the mule series, shockingly, the MagnaCut outcut just about everything else on that list.
Really? I wonder what it was heat treated at. Did they say?
Yeah, it's like 62, 63.
And is it because everything else on the list was still sub kind of optimal?
No, it was just that for some reason that
was a perfect geometry versus heat treat.
Yeah, it that matched up super well for that geometry for some reason. But yeah, Cedric and Ada did a test on like, God, that's not all the mules, but he had a lot of the mules.
Said Stevie.
What's up, Stoby? Louis. I've done 2 or 3 of the MagnaCut ones, and it's on the softer side, but it's not as bad as some companies for sure.
Stevie, I sent you a link just in case. I just know you're probably traveling in the middle of nowhere. I saw you were getting ready to take off in your plane today from the honey bucket. Or it looked like there was one getting ready to back up and blow the honey bucket over. You see that post, Kyle?
No.
Let me find it.
Late night.
You know what I've been wanting? And this is just a stupid want thing. And I've been buying some little stupid want things lately. Did you ever yo-yo as a kid?
Nope.
They've got these carry development. I've got some of their knives, and there are other companies that make these on Amazon, these precision yo-yos. They're pretty cool. But there's a tripper. Oh, I know what I'll show you guys. There's a McNeese. How'd your thumb stoves go? Did you put new ones on there?
I was checking specs on them because I'm going to order some new ones.
Hey, is that a VMK design? I thought it might be a MBK.
I don't know what that is.
That's a lefty. It's
a website, so you have to hit them up on Instagram or email to get an invoice. If you want one, they're 317 Best Tech.
Wow. 317. Look at Brass Brigade.
Was that one of his new ones?
No, that was somebody else's. That was BMK Design. The Ether is up for pre-order now. So let's see what it says. Whoops.
Satin. Really good ergonomics on this one. The action is excellent. You can get it in righty or lefty configurations, and it comes in this plain Jane style or a milled titanium as well. So definitely check it out. It is the BMK Designs.
What's that?
Is he doing reviews on Instagram, not YouTube now, or what?
He does on both. What he does is he has a program. I don't know what it is. It might be CapCut, something in his Mac that he look at that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier.
That he'll turn things into shorts. That Coppermine, right?
Yeah, that's stunning.
I don't like the holes in the front, but I love the Coppermine.
I don't mind speed holes if they're done well.
Yeah, I mean, it's just personal preference, right? He does some really cool knives. I wish more people would. He does some clowny Instagram stuff.
Yeah, that message is enough to, or that music.
There's
is
a
not
there's a
bought
little
one.
Life F3. That's a great knife. I've got one of those here. Uh-oh. I wouldn't stay in the water for that. Have you ever met this guy, Brantley? He's not a bad guy. He's the head guy at Big Idea Design Company.
Titanium scales. Also comes.
And I think he designed a pretty cool sheath. But
They've
anywho, what's that?
No, I'm just gonna say they're not my favorite company, but I guess they're okay from what I hear. But they bought early on. They did some weird stuff.
Snuz is recovering.
Yeah, he is.
You gotta love Snuz.
That's great to hear.
Yeah. Hey, there's one little Jack Wolf and a Finch. I like that new Finch.
It cracks me up.
It's funny. Did you see Duty's post today?
No.
It had a lot of good comments. We'll go to it for fun. Hold on. It had Edgy and Ben in there. I like seeing people get brought together from a.
What's up, Shane? What's up, Cheeto?
Can you read that? Benchmade stole my design. I designed this knife in 2006. This drawing is dated. Benchmade took the design and related this knife in 2000 and released this knife in 2014. Use your eyes. This is a blatant copy of my intellectual property. Game over, Benchmade.
Nice.
I love Duty shit, but then the comments are where it gets good. Hold on. How do I get to the comments? How do I get to the comments, dude?
It should be down there. Scroll down.
They're not down there. Hold on. I see all the likes.
Well, click on the no, not the likes. Click on the comment button.
Like right here.
Is it not there?
No, but I've already left a comment. So if I click on comments, it seems like it would bring them up.
Yeah, that's strange.
It is. But anyway, there are a lot of really good comments, funny, good-hearted comments in there.
When you went to the post, like, and it shows the heart, can you click on the comment button right there?
Oh, let me go back. Good call.
What's up with your computer? That's weird.
It is weird. Let me see if I don't think it's my computer. Let's see if I can go to other ones. I can see him on everything else. He's got them hidden. He's got his comments hidden. Somebody must have gotten nasty.
Let me see if it pulls up
Go to
on mine.
post. Let's see if I go to post. Here they are.
Yeah, it shows up on mine.
All right, here they are. I can't. I mean, they're just funny ones in here. Lefty, is that the Hidden Canyon Hunter? Because I think that originally released in 2013. Who copied who? The handle slightly different. Everybody's having fun with each other, which is good. Basically a bug out clone. I love Duty's comments, though. I mean, his content. He does some interesting stuff. Very creative. Where I have no creativity, he can spit shit out when he's sitting in his truck before work or during break. Do you remember the knife he designed?
No.
That he was going to call the Dolphin,
No.
or maybe the maybe a more hard name like the Convict.
Oh, was that one of the?
It was a parody.
Yeah. He does some good stuff as far as that goes. I'm not
I think so.
I don't watch his content, but
Saskatchewan, what's up, brother? Cheeto one. It's got Cheeto one. I always have to double check the Cheeto man.
so Fed.
A long way to go, still fed. He looked like he was in good spirits. You got to stay in good spirits. Sometimes that's all we got, especially when you're in a lot of fucking pain. But hopefully they're treating him for it, and he seems to be treating himself for it.
Yeah, I'm sure between them and the self-medication, he'll.
Well, sometimes they're fishy about that. Sometimes if you go to a pain now, maybe not this early, but if he gets into some type of pain management, he will have to go pee. A, to show that he's on the pain management, that he's not diverting it, and B, that he's not on other substances. And they usually don't like the two being used together, which is a total fallacy because one doesn't make one more toxic. For example, if you're on a lot of cannabis and you're on extra high doses of your other opiate, you're not going to be more likely to OD just because of the other. What's up, SC Knife Monkey?
But you also got to think, though, if one affects you one way without the other, when you put them together, you're kind of double dipping.
Exactly. And if you can get by, I think if you can get by with the organic one and it relieves your pain, stay away from the other stuff because the other stuff is an eventual monkey on your back. You're eventually going to go through dope sickness, whether it's a short week of dope sickness or a lot of dope sickness.
The bad thing, what people don't. Okay, so never mind. I'm not going to go there.
You can go there, dude. It's an open forum.
Well, it just, I think, unfortunately, opiates get a lot of negative connotation and what they're designed for. Same thing with fentanyl. It works great when it's designed to be administered.
Absolutely. Time release.
In an approved setting and not abused. But when it gets to abuse part, that's when it becomes trouble.
Right.
And they are very addicting, but when they're distributed correctly, they work very, very effectively.
Nothing works more effectively. And if there is a weaning program in place, which is rare, it can be much more suitable on the system. I knowing from coming from an abusive background, which is no excuse, I would not want to be prescribed them, even if I was taking them every 4 to 6 hours. I never abused them, but was still well, it's if you get
that's 10 years though. I mean, you're building a tolerance at that point, and that unfortunately becomes the pain management clinic should have, or whoever was distributing for 10 years should have had a much shorter span for you to get off of that,
or to switch you to some other substance, because it is even if you're just taking 3 a day and all of a sudden you're not taking 3 a day, you're going to feel like shit.
Oh, for sure.
Get by with a little help from your friends. Exactly, Stevie. I'm telling you, there's so many natural remedies out there that I know they help recovering addicts. I don't know about actual pain, but I've heard from good friends that they help with pain too.
Yeah, man. I'm the same. I mean, I've had family members who have had surgeries and had to take stuff, and then getting off of it for after 3 or 4 weeks on something. It's not the easiest, but the fact that they also weren't on it long term and or didn't abuse it makes it a lot easier to get off of than if you were. So,
and what's so I guess tragic about it is it works so well in so many different circumstances. I mean, some people take it and they don't like it. And I was like that at first, but I learned that it made all days kind of better. It was better than coffee. And that's a bad way to get.
I guess I was lucky when it comes to that. I never liked feeling altered, I guess, so to speak. So I never really got into that whole idea of going that route.
That's a blessing, dude. If I had a middle name that I could have chosen, it would have been altered. I mean, I was never. I learned in, I guess, late middle school or early high school when I had my first beer around some of my buddies that I, for the first time, felt comfortable in my skin because I had other emotional things, mental things that I wasn't dealing with. So alcohol and then drugs became kind of the natural way that I self-medicated to society to navigate the societal rocks. And I was always in an altered state.
But I mean, I know part of it becomes a
Habit.
well, not habit. What I was going at was some of it becomes you get used to dosages, and you eventually will need more. And you build up a tolerance, and but like it blows my mind, like some of the numbers, because I'm like I'm a lightweight because I don't take the stuff. So like if I take one like of something, if I've had a problem, then I would just be absolutely obliterated. And then there's other people that are taking like 20 a day, and you're like, Jesus Christ, how does that person function?
You build up to it, and
Right.
The funny thing is, you don't function without it, which is what's so scary. You realize that you need those kind of numbers just to keep your system at check with what it thinks is normal. That's why there was all that. Well, one of the reasons that people were saying there's no way Kurt Cobain could have had that much heroin in his system and still did what he did. Well, that's not necessarily true because Kurt Cobain had a very high tolerance for heroin. What would be considered 3 times a fatal limit in him might not be considered a fatal limit, or excuse me, in other people by a control study based on the heroin in his bloodstream. That doesn't mean that that was a fatal limit in his bloodstream where he was in his drug use.
Yeah, I mean,
So I guarantee you that Lane Staley was blowing more than most of his buddies months before he passed away.
So like if I've had surgery before or whatever, and you take a pain pill and like you get Vicodins or whatever, and I know it's not the strongest, but I'm just saying that's whatever they give you.
It was enough to fucking put me in an addiction for 13 years.
And like I would take, the prescribed one or whatever every 4 to 6 hours or whatever the hell it was. And like after 1 or 2, like, I mean, I was like just zonked. Like I'm just ready to pass out, tired. And I remember a few years back before, this is when he relapsed the first time, not before he died, but that had Matthew Perry went into rehab, and they said he was taking like 20 some a day. And I'm like, how the hell can someone do that or actually function? I'm like, I don't know. It just, that stuff blows my mind because I'm not.
And I think he was taking Oxycontin, which is even stronger. I was taking 13 to 14 a day at the end of my addiction. And that was not to get high. That was to stay where I could work. And I worked at a white collar field. So that was just not to be sick.
Yeah, that just blows my mind.
I would have to, my alarm would go off and I would have to take 2 and lay there for an hour. It's a brutal way to live, dude. It's just, and you don't realize it. You kind of realize it about midway through, but then it doesn't seem like it's got the consequences. Not if you're affording it. It was just bad all the way around for me. Cause I can remember I was in high school and got my wisdom teeth out. The first time I ever had a narcotic, and they had some stuff called Phenerol. I'll never forget it. It was a blue and yellow capsule. And I was prescribed it every 4 to 6 hours. And I had ice wrapped around my cheeks because I had all 4 bony extractions, my top ones, then my bottom ones. And I kept calling for my mom, and she was like, it's not time yet. And I could tell from the first one I took that I liked it. That I would kind of wear her out, that mom in too much pain. I know I've got another hour, but go ahead and hook a brother up. And I just laid there and kind of vibed to him.
I remember that same thing, having dental work, and like the first time I think they gave me Percocet.
One of the best. Percocet is probably the best.
Percocet that literally just knocked me the F out. Like I was just like, I take one, I'd be asleep for hours. But the next time I went in and had work done, they gave me, what was the other one? Darvocet?
Yeah, Darvocet were the red ones that didn't do hardly anything for me. The red, like,
Oh,
coated capsules.
those would have been, if I would actually would have like cared, those would have been scary because those got me to the point where I was like just a little loopy, having fun, but don't remember saying shit to people. But now I'm saying all kinds of crazy shit to people.
I did the same thing on those. I would not feel them like I felt other narcotics, but I said some fucked up shit that got me in trouble at the time that I said it. That's kind of a funny thing that you said that.
Yeah, because I remember telling my ex at the time, or my girlfriend at the time, that I made a mistake and I should have been with my ex. I was like, I don't remember that conversation at all.
No, but you just feel kind of loose. And for me, it was always, and I didn't abuse them for years through high school. Every now and then someone would have them because I was a wrestler and I would get access to them and I'd take them. And there was, I was taking them for pain too, and for not performing enhancing, but performing continuance. But never, not until I think my daughter was born did I ever become a daily user. So I would have been 32. Always liked them, but never had a problem with them. Never sought them out. And then it just was a perfect storm to where I worked, there were two guys that both of them had scripts and neither one of them could take them. And they needed the cash and they knew me. So I had two people that I would just get their scripts.
That stuff's scary.
It is very scary. But the good news is I wasn't buying it on the street because I'd probably be dead.
I remember my mom had a knee replacement a few years back, probably almost a decade ago. And she was on that stuff. And this is before they had advanced everything. Hell, it might have been 15 years ago now. Anyway, so she went to like an outpatient rehabilitation center for like 2 weeks after the surgery to do PT and OT. And she got out of there and was like, I got to get off these things. Like they're just driving me crazy. And so she actually went to the pain clinic and was like, here, I don't want these. Take my script away. Like, and hand them the pills back. She's like, I don't want this shit.
That's very, very responsible. And it takes a lot of, because I'm sure she went through discomfort getting off of that, but she probably knew that it was going to be a problem. Most of us don't realize because it is so much better than a cup of coffee. I mean, for me, it was just sunshine and daydreams in the morning. And I could take one and it would last 4 or 5 hours.
And that kind of runs in the family. So it's kind of the same way. Like, don't like feeling altered. Don't like feeling not yourself. So it's like, that's something you try to avoid.
That's a good rule to live by. Because I think if that's one of the things my buddy who I saw a couple of weeks ago, who's got 30 years, who goes to Narcotics Anonymous, and I go and subscribe to Alcoholics Anonymous. So my thing is I'm powerless over alcohol. And Narcotics Anonymous is they're powerful over anything that's mind altering. And I kind of give myself a hard time because I consider myself California sober. Now I haven't had any alcohol in almost 11 years, but I have had other organic, what I consider to be non-problematic substances, but that's just my addiction telling me they're non-problematic. And I don't use them in an addictive way. But that's perception too.
And say to you, that's what I was going to say. But like, so
he doesn't agree with it. He and I don't agree on that.
I don't either. But that's beside the point. I mean, that you're allowed to live your life. But I think if personally, what worked for me was if I was going to stay off one thing, I was going to stay off of everything. And
I did for 4 years, and then when Alabama went medical, even though they still haven't done anything towards that end, I said, fuck it. I'm gonna start using flour again. Only flour. And it was a personal choice. It might not have been the right one, but for me, sobriety altogether was, I never had the problems with that substance is making me crave other substances that were really more problematic than the alcohol. And I have not ever fallen back into that, right? So I feel like I've got a decent balance going for me for right now. It could
Yeah.
change tomorrow.
For me, I was definitely more the straight edge. I started. I mean, I drank and I had a drinking problem, but that was a start early, go hard, and quit early. I mean, I've been 23 years now, but at the same time frame, with what I was doing and work and everything, I just quit everything. Like I mean, I didn't do anything crazy. I was just smoking weed and stuff, but I just quit everything. I was just like, I'm done.
It's the easiest way to do it. I mean, if you can get your mindset and do sobriety the right way, and I don't know if there's a right way or wrong way, as long as you're not causing yourself harm. But I think the best way is total abstinence of all substances. I unfortunately don't fall into that category,
Right.
but I did for 4 years.
That's good. I mean, and people can say what they want, whether or not, it's natural or whatever. Natural to me is if something is not prescribed, and not that I agree with all prescription either. Don't get me started on that. But my point is, if it's not designed for your body specifically based on what you need, then it's altering.
But see, to me, I think as a pharmaceutical company and all their testing know more what my body needs, or thousands of year old medicine.
Right, but
I don't know.
I'm not like I said, I'm not saying that's right for everyone. Though. That's what it depends on the person, because not everyone reacts the same way to weed. Some people
exactly, or to penicillin, for that matter.
Right, exactly. So I'm not by any means a fan of pharmaceutical companies. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think between them and insurance companies, that's a huge downfall of our civilization. But
Robert, welcome to a much healthier addiction. I think a lot
they've
of
also. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, but they also came up with a lot of great things that have saved a lot of lives. So,
agreed. I'm not dishing any of it. Like I say, I think a lot of the problems are made by the policy. Hold on 1 second. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
That's one interpretation of Cliff. Yeah, and I'm not, by no means am I trying to judge people or look down on someone who does something. I don't think it's the best path for people. And I don't think it's necessarily the best path for everyone, whether or not it works for them or not. So to each their own, that's great. I just want people to be good humans and make good choices. So, and be nice to each other. Yeah, Stevie. It's a tough battle sometimes when you come from that. It's almost not predestined, but it becomes more immune to seeing things and being around things, acclimated to it. Fortunately, I was not around that, so what's that, Mills? I missed what you said, buddy. What's up, Geek Machinist? I put a comment up there for you.
Hey, I haven't had a Mexican pizza in about 3 weeks, but tonight sounds like a good time to have one, but I probably won't. I heard something at my front door. I have it closed when I do my broadcast so people can't see from the street. And it was that fucking Cheeto, that cat, no offense, Cheeto, has been gone for, I don't know, 3 weeks. I thought it had moved, and it showed back up, pulling my screen, wanting food. So it's out there eating. It's a big orange cat like Morris. Mexican pizzas, guys, I'm just telling you, they're so good. They are.
There's something very unusual going on at Taco Bell. Something you wouldn't expect. We're making pizza. Mexican pizza. It's like pizza, but it's different, with a crispier double tortilla crust, ground beef,
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Ugly ass rat dog.
They're the greatest little dogs.
No, they're not. They're the worst.
They're one of the chick that I dated that was kind of a little bit on the wacky side, had a little one named Romeo, and he and I were buddies. He was a cool little dog. She also had one named Sadie, who was kind of skittish.
Chihuahuas are freaking horrible.
Sweet.
Hey, Kathleen.
Hey, Kathleen. Nice, dude. I'd love to see a video of that. I have no idea how to do any type of restoration. I was asking Shane, should I use my Dremel and my polishing wheel on my fret? And he said, absolutely not.
You end up shooting it across the room and stabbing into a cupboard.
No doubt. No, I mean, dude, it's sharp as shit. It's just not as pretty as I'd like it to be.
Yeah, and I've got those other two that are going out in the morning.
It's not quite as pretty as I would like it to be. But it's been, I mean, it hadn't gotten dull once. Once I got it apexed and got it sharpened, it's just ripped through cardboard. And I haven't stropped it. I'm just trying to cut it, and I haven't cut any rope with it yet. I haven't got any sisal rope. You can get it on Amazon, and it seems like most of that stuff, unless you get the thicker diameters for cat scratching post, like replacement rope for cat scratching post. But you can get some like big rolls from it looks like a feed and seed type company.
Yeah.
Sisal rope.
What
Just
do you
so-
got going the rest of this week? Anything?
I'm trying to get down to Knives and More. I'm just waiting for Tate's working down there by himself this week, and he's trying to get this case stock, the one that has the 1920 to 1969 cases in it. And I want to go down there and shoot it. I got a gimbal, a little DJ1 SE gimbal that I think will be cool for shooting stuff like that. Not because I want to do dramatic footage, but just to be able to do handheld footage and pan to what I'm shooting at. So I'm hoping to shoot that this week. I've got a lot of content I need to make, but I don't have a lot of stuff to make content from. So I've kind of got to get creative. What about you?
Shipping knives out tomorrow, starting on Dang Ross's tomorrow. And then I got another few more to do after his, and then I'll be caught up.
Danston, smack that like button.
And I'll be caught up and ready to go for some more stuff.
It's good to stay busy, man. For me, it's very good to stay busy. And I've got to get
double-edged sword.
I've got to get better of getting up in the morning and getting into my comment section. I'm so far behind in the comment section that it's criminal.
You're still doing comments from 2017.
Well, no, I've kind of gotten to where I'll just go through and try to get like 20 or 30, and then the next day get 20 or 30 just to stay on top of them. But I don't even do that regularly. It's a phobia, dude. It's not laziness because I'm up doing other shit. I think I've got my video for tomorrow ready, which is rare because usually I don't do it till late. Yeah, and then I do my 9 shorts a day, and that's it. And my little Lucky Dog Knife Company is at 1.5 thousand views from an hour ago. I'm telling you, man, shorts is it for me. Because my video from this morning's got 97 views.
Yeah, but I still think you put yourself in too much of a box by making yourself do so many. if you were just to back off, you'd be a lot happier, I think.
I think you're right. I think you're right. But at the same time, for somebody that's got a brain like mine, it's such a routine. I do one video a day that's an 8 or 10-minute video. And yeah, it takes time to come up with what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do the video on. Sometimes it doesn't. My 9 shorts only take 20 minutes because I'll pick out 9 knives and I'll sit there and I'll film them 15 seconds after another. That's all I do.
But what if you were to do 3 a day and you film 9? That gives you 3 days worth of material. You don't have to constantly be doing stuff.
Correct. My views would drop by, which it doesn't matter, but my views would drop by 33%.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. It's worth trying out. I think what I would much rather do is put out long form content only a couple times a week and do better content.
So put it this way. So if I have someone I'm subscribed to and I've got the notification bell on, right? And I get 9 notifications from them in one day about posting, I'm going to get burnt out and not watch it. If I get 1 or 2, I'm much more likely to watch what they put out.
Totally agree with that. I think there's a lot of validity to that. And a lot of it is just getting caught in a cycle of habit, right? Of just what I've been doing. And my growth doesn't come in views, it comes in subs. It's crazy growth. I mean, one long form video or short form video, plus when I look at my ad revenue, my short form revenue is paying me more in ads than my long form, which really sucks. It shows how bad my long form content is. But if I do like a group of fixed blade knives, it'll always go up. But most of my stuff's just one knife, just showing it off for somebody.
What's up, Terry? Terry, I'll send you track me in the morning. They're going out in the morning.
Midway has got some of the best deals on Cold Steel. That's where I bought my Cold Steel Elite 4 Max. $69 is a good deal.
I thought I thought the 20 was American made.
The 20 is. I think that's the 8015, isn't it? I think he meant 80, or maybe he meant 20.5. Let me go to Midway. And they've also got more Cold Steels than probably anybody. Cold Steel.
Or maybe 8010.
Look at the 8010. Cold Steel 8010 is $69.99, originally $141 in the Tonto. And that's not the light. That is the 8010. That is a fantastic deal. Let me share it with you kids. Midway USA is a legit company. I have bought from there twice. Both of my knives came. They were both Cold Steels.
I bought a lot from Midway, excuse me.
But this is
not
the,
Cold Steels, but
save $71. And that's a great knife. One thing I wish I had, and they're kind of expensive, is some of the original goat scales, titanium scales. But yeah, that's a great deal, guys. I'm going to drop the link in the chat in case any of y'all want to go look at it. I don't have a discount code, but that's a good enough discount if anybody's in the market for an 8010. And I've got my 8010 in another case. I ought to go get it because it is such a good knife. But click on that bad boy there, and that'll take you right to it.
yeah, Cheeto, they used to run some pretty insane deals on optics occasionally.
Hey, Robert. I must have put it up, but I had a deckhand sent to me from Kaiser. Edgy
Shane.
wants to.
Shane, wipe your head off and get up here and talk to us.
Jump in here, buddy. I had a little deckhand. I don't know what I did with it.
Congrats, Stevie, on those scales.
Steve,
No.
those are awesome scales, by the way.
Not only if they made them for a Mannix.
Are those pair of 3 or pair of 2?
He's talking about the Benchmates.
Yeah, that's right, because he put them on that yellow Work Sharp Benchmade.
Yep.
I've run out of Benchmades to put scales on. If anybody's got a Benchmade that's looking for some scales, I could probably hook you up with some 17 EDC rock scales. Or
Shane, did you study?
Shane, we won't stress you out any. Yeah, I mean, that cold steel deal, they're probably just moving out old inventory. What's up, D Metal? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. We're just chilling. Trying to see if I had any more cool knives to show. I do have one that's just sick. I carried this the other day on my belt. I've shown you this, hadn't I, Kyle?
Yeah.
It's got an extended grip that if you wanted to put it on, my buddy A to Z thought it was too small. But I mean, for a piercer, holy shit, dude. That thing would go in a watermelon like nobody's business. And it's got, let me grab this grip.
What's up, D Metal? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, Paul, I don't know. I'm not taking one of those apart. I hope so, Cheeto. I want to see it get. I want to see that thing get obliterated, like Gallagher style.
So you can get a set of grips like this.
Where's a watermelon?
I didn't have a watermelon to whack it into. I do have some cardboard, and it leaves some devastators in cardboard. But here is the extended grip for that knife. So if I was going to put it on there, they'll watch the side of my head. Because what's cool about it is you don't need any additional screws. I think it's a T20. All right, so this is what we're starting with. Now the key is not dropping them on the floor.
Richard, that whole family story dynamic is hilarious, by the way.
That?
What's that?
Which family's that?
Gallagher's. His brother came out and basically did an exact copy of his show, calling it like Gallagher 2 or something like that.
Oh, really?
And was selling tickets, and then they got into a lawsuit, and it was hilarious and got ugly.
I used to like Gallagher back in the old days. That was the kind of comedy that when I was a kid, I found really funny. Don't ask me why. All right. I've now successfully swapped these scales out. Now, I don't like, these aren't as well finished, but they do have a lanyard hole. They are about an inch longer.
Same, Cheeto. But here we are.
Yeah. I think y'all will be impressed though. And I think it's cool the way he started this with the little small knives, and then he took it in with the bigger knives. Which I can't get. There we go. So now it's, see how much longer it is? And it's got a little lanyard hole back there. And they make these grips for several knives that are in this little, I guess you'd call it family of knives.
I know they're popular. I'm just not a fan.
Well, they're just very purpose driven, right? So, not a fan of tactical knives.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just not a fan of those knives.
Well, I can get that too. A lot of people think they're overpriced for what they are. I happen to be a fan because I've beaten on them.
He actually said he's raising prices or wants to raise prices.
Uh-oh.
Or thinks, or I don't know if that they said he thinks he should raise prices.
Who does?
Tim said that.
I don't know what they're, I think cost is going up for a lot of those guys. At some point, you've got to absorb it. I don't know. I know, and it was bad business on our part, but I know when we were in the cabinet business, we were doing over $2 million in sales, and we were going broke.
What's up, Kevin? Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna air someone's laundry, but I mean, I've got a good idea what things cost. So,
Yeah, I think you do. And you know that with more volume comes more savings, right?
there's a lot of factors involved, but yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, just not an overall fan of the knives, but I'm glad people like them, and I'm glad they're made here. So
Yeah, they suit my jam. What's up, Ron Crow? A first Spyderco. What's
Mikey.
the difference between lightweight and regular? Here you go.
yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Uh-oh.
So the lightweights are the FRN, and they don't have liners in them, so they're lighter, a little bit thinner. Not all the blades, sometimes depending upon the model, will not fit in the aftermarket scales for other knives. So like I know the Mannix, it will not work in the regular Mannix scales unless you get an adaptive backspacer because of the width of it. Now other scales, other lightweights will still fit aftermarket scales for the non-lightweight versions. It just depends on the model. And then your
Does
full
the screw hardware have anything to do with that, Kyle?
Well, it depends on the liner setups and depends on the lightweight, the blade, on the thickness of the blade. Then also, most lightweight nows are all removable hardware. So like you see there's screws on there with heads on them. Before they were all pinned.
Right.
But these on the backside are actual domed barrels. So they screw into the other side. prior to, they were just pinned like that all the way around. And on the regular ones, there are screws on both sides. So that's the major differences. So depending upon the model you're looking at, you may have the same options or even less options for scales aftermarket if you're looking for that. And lightweights will come with FRN, and typically the regulars will come with G10.
And lightweights will save you money, and they're usually, from my experience, every bit as good as a G10 model.
It just depends on what you like as far as scale
Yeah.
material, if you're willing to, and if you're going to change it or not. So,
Is the Manix
what's up, Ron?
that you got there, could it be upgraded?
Yeah, so this can be upgraded to lightweight scales. It can also be upgraded to regular Manix scales. If you buy, there's an adapter for the backspacer. It's a little bit wider, so it accommodates the aftermarket scales, so they fit in a regular Manix.
Ah, I
So
wouldn't even know to look for that. Happy birthday, D Metal. Yeah, my Manix 2 is probably one of my faves. Mine was a Knife Center Crewwear exclusive that I put Sniper Gray rock scale designs on. Got rid of the liners. A little tight.
Mikey, so the Manix lightweight, it requires Manix lightweight scales or that backspacer, like I said, if you upgrade the scales. And there are companies that make the scales in lightweights, like currently AWT makes them. If you were looking for like a metal scale, rock scale only makes them for the non-lightweight, but you have to buy the adapter through a third party. Original Goat makes them, but they're never in stock.
Yeah, it's a whole nother issue.
The same thing, you could do Metin Boss with the adapter. You can do any regular Manix scales with an adapter.
Are the adapters readily available? I just never noticed one, maybe because I've never had a lightweight.
Yeah, there's a guy who has an Etsy page, and he also has a website you can buy them on. They're like $35, something like that. And basically it accounts for the difference in thickness.
Here's my next project is to take this knife and put the scales on this knife or do a blade swap. That's a TRM Bulldog. And that's a Revision B.
Yeah, Robert, the Lynch makes some great scales too, but unfortunately they don't have any from Manix yet. Hopefully it'll be down the line, but I agree, Shane. Their business model is stupid and customer service is not great.
Now, when I saw their blade show this year, in their defense, they have changed everything to where it's just him and her and a couple of people that work customer service. I don't know if it's any better, but she was telling me, Claire, I think was her name, things had gotten away from them, and they hired the wrong people, too many people.
Well, it's also a bad idea just to sell tons and tons of scales and have them on a 6 to 8 week order. And
correct.
They're always on.
And take your cash right up front.
Correct. And they're always on that 6 to 8 week lead time. And it ends up being 120 days to all the way up to a year, depending upon, or never, depending upon who the person is.
I waited a year for my 8010s or 8015s. But they had a reason. They were waiting for washers because they put skiff washers in there or skiff bearings, and they have to get a washer to go on the scale side that they had to get from China or somewhere. Or so they said.
Okay, so there's a difference between doing like a pre-order for something and dropping and constantly having an item that you're going to put in stock and always being on a 6 to 8 week lead time. Those are wild.
Yeah, these are just an old set of tie-dye neutron scales I had, and they fit the frame lock. I wish I hadn't given away. I gave away so many scales, like my Carta, Mexican blanket, my Carta. It would be cool to have some different scales. I've got these and some Horse Nebula G10 that are neither very flashy, but I just did it to change it up.
I know, Shane, buddy. That sucks. Mine started out it ended up being like 6 months, and wasn't going to. I still hadn't got them, and then it turned into, oh well, they'll be free now, and then that was like over a year ago, 18 months ago, something like that. So, and they're still not on there. So
that's just unfortunate. Thanks, Mikey. Those are G10 tie-dye. They are pretty sick. I used to love my TRM scales before I went the titanium route. Then I kind of got away from, and I wish I hadn't, all my other scales. People were needing them, and I was feeling generous.
it just tells you how long I was supposed to have them for this. Was I had arranged with someone who worked there to get a set of these when they first, or at least the prototype photos of making them for the lightweight, before they even released a batch. I was supposed to be on the list.
B-metal, I've never had any Cerakote on OG scales, but I've had it on other scales. I'm choking. Have it on other scales, and I've never had any problems with it. And I do a lot of pocket abuse to everything I carry.
So it shouldn't come off as far as like flaking or cracking. It can get worn.
It can wear, yeah.
And eventually it'll wear through to like a battle worn look, but it takes a lot of abuse.
Like my vape there that rubbed against my keys.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of abrasion over time to do that, but yeah, it doesn't flake or crack like paint will. It's a much more it's a ceramic coating that gets baked in, so it actually adheres and bonds to the surface below it.
Yeah, it kind of like becomes part of the material. Or allegedly bakes into it. And what's the difference in DLC? And I know one's something vapor deposit.
They're both the same.
They're both the same.
As far as the application process, they're
generally coating it.
Yeah, they're generally the same process and same materials. It's just slightly different substrate or slightly different. I don't want to phrase it. Slightly different coating that you're putting on, but they react very, very similar. So, and to me, I think it's slightly inferior to Cerakote as far as durability. If you look at the actual test results, it is Cerakote is tougher. But you'll have people sit there and argue with, like, say, DLC actually makes, like, if you put it on a blade, it makes the blade stronger. No, it'll potentially help with abrasion resistance, but it doesn't make the actual blade harder. And depending upon the steel that's being put on, it could actually affect the heat treat.
What are we talking about?
DLC or PVD.
I wonder about this nitrate boron coating.
It's in the same family.
Very similar. I mean, they put it on AEBL, and I've got some 80 CRV too.
Well, so like 80 CRV2 is carbon based, so you're going to temper it higher typically. So it shouldn't have issue with that. On the stainless steels, you're going to heat treat, or you're going to temper lower after your heat treat. So you're more susceptible to baking on the steels as far as overheating them.
Shane, did you ever get your scales to work for your shaman? Did you ever get your CMD or CME? I wish I had some titanium scales for this shaman. This has got those Rips Garage Tech purple carbon fiber.
Yeah.
They're great, but they're just so smooth. And I've had them for so long.
Yeah.
I love this knife, though.
Does that still have a nub on it?
Huh?
Does that still have the nub on it?
Yeah, I hadn't done any mods to it.
Oh, you got nub delete that thing, buddy.
What's the difference?
You get rid of that silly nub that hits your finger.
I don't even feel it. Are you talking about like when it closes?
Yeah, you got the CME on
I
there,
can
but
feel it, yeah, if I hold it. I think I've gotten used to just moving away from it. I've got OG scales on 2 of my Demcos, and then I sent them my Deca V1s. They had them for a little over a year because they wanted to make scales for them, and I got a couple of sets back, and I was happy with them. And we'll grab them. Hold on.
Yeah. No problem, D-Metal. Yeah, if you got a bad batch, I would reach out. Or if you want them done and they're not willing to do it, don't be afraid to have them redone by a reputable Cerakoter. That's a pretty cool collection there, Terry. Richard, not everybody. I don't, man. I don't have nearly as many as a lot of guys do.
So those were probably my least impressive. Those are just basic OG scales with a little bit of milling. I thought these turned out really cool.
Yeah.
Those are 80 splatter. They're kind of a more aggressive pattern. And the first set I got were these old pineapple Demcos. That was my first set of OG scales. And then Blade Show, these are my first set of titanium OG scales. And I got these in 2022. But I bought them from them. Hence the color being so putrid. But I'm a Demco fan. I should have gotten an 80-20 when I had the chance and the money. I could have picked up one for $4 in G10 or 6 in titanium.
That V1 was I think, possibly one of the worst design scales ever made.
These?
Yeah. No, the V1.
This is the V1.
That's a V2. The
No,
V1 has all the screws on it.
This one's got screws here, here. It's got.
But the other one you showed had screws all across it too.
Yeah, these are both V1s.
Oh, I thought you had V2s. I'm sorry.
No, I sent them V1s so they could, because people were requesting them.
Yeah. So like on that one, it's very noticeable. And I think it looks, I hate how Hogue did that.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying about OG making the scales that way. That's how they're attached via Hogue, but I think it's just horrible.
Yeah, it's horrific. It just, I mean, that liner didn't have to be attached that way. I mean, that just looks funky. Tyler Denny's about to drop some of these knives. I recommend anybody who wants a small little slicer fixed blade. This one's crew wear. I don't know what his drop batch is getting ready to be. But what a great little design.
What's up, Maddie?
Satisfaction. What is up, brother? Let's bring my knives back up here. I don't have enough light on it. I'm about to take I'm taking them away, by God. How is Satisfaction on this Tuesday night before his Wednesday night go live at 5 o'clock? Hopefully I'll have the grass cut by then and I won't be dead asleep on the couch. Check it out, Kyle. I've got it set up where I can make us go up here like this when I'm sharing the screen. How cool is that?
You're a wizard.
Yep. You know what I heard last night? I don't know if it's true or not. That StreamYard is going away at the end of the year.
To what?
I don't know. They didn't say. It was just a couple of people on other live streams saying that StreamYard, and I keep getting update notifications.
Why are we supersized?
I don't know. Let me do this. There you go.
Right.
I don't know. It seems like if it was going to go away, it would be absorbed by something, right? It wouldn't just go away.
I don't know. Be interesting to see how they do it for people who buy annual subscription.
Yeah, that's how I do it. I just don't want to do.
Prorated.
I just can't imagine why they would do it, and I would hate to have to learn to use OBS, even though I've heard it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, you just got to learn something different. But yeah, it's definitely more involved.
Yeah.
I'd pay to see that, Cheeto or Terry.
Oh no, dude.
And
Damn,
that sucks, but it could be worse. Your car is still there, at least.
No doubt. And you didn't have to find yourself in a courtroom catch them doing it.
Or window smashed.
Yeah. We've all got those stories, unfortunately. Or left them on a bumper.
Or in a rest area.
Yeah, we don't want to go rip off scabs.
Who?
We don't want to rip off scabs. Oh, were you not talking about a specific rest area?
Yeah, it was, but not anywhere near there. I was talking about in the PNW.
Oh, yeah, I was too. And I'm meaning it was a sore spot. No need to rip off scabs.
Oh, I thought you meant the person. That's why I was like,
no.
That's why I was confused. I'm like,
don't be confused. Scabs actually tagged me a couple of posts. I got him hooked up with these olive knives. I felt like I love the knife. I've chopped shit with it, but I feel like that's the wrong knife. They asked me if I knew anybody who'd really test it. And I gave him Scab's name. That's a great knife. Don't get it twisted. It's just a big knife, right? And I don't do a lot of big knife stuff. Front row.
What?
Over. Boss Steve sent me my sixth mink that I've reviewed. I don't even know if I'm going to review this one.
Why would they send you another one?
I don't know. They keep changing it and offering it in different colors. And this is a blackout. I mean, it's a great EDC knife.
Oh, new variation means it needs to be a new review on it?
No, in my opinion, no.
No, I was being sarcastic.
Did I show you my badass ferro rod, dude? I bought 2 of these for $15. Let's test one. See that?
Yep.
These are cheap little rods. I've got one in my bug out bag, and I've got to get some better lanyard cord and do a good snake knot, or get a little piece of leather.
Paul, yes.
What'd Paul ask?
How's the S90 on Medford? It's good.
My Mannix XL was stolen out of my truck at the strip club. Somebody got some poetic justice. A, you don't leave your Mannix in the car at the strip club. And B, don't go to the strip club.
Well, again, same story. That could have been a lot worse too.
Absolutely. But if you're packing your Guardian and you give somebody just a little poke, I mean, that's going to give you the 6 feet you need because they're going to step back going, what the fuck? Because, dude, it leaves gapers in cardboard. I can't imagine what it would leave in a cantaloupe. What are you flicking? Is that a McNeese?
Yeah.
You put thumb studs on it?
No, I'm gonna order some. I just picked this one up. That's that swerve milling.
Very nice. Don't you love it?
Yeah, it's cool.
I've got a Lynch clip for mine, but it's the short clip for the 3.0. I don't have it on there now, even though it works fine. I'll be happy to send it to you if you want to check it out. It's just too short.
How short is it?
Well, it's made for the 3.0, right? So it comes to right about where I didn't feel comfortable doing cartwheels with it. And
I'll probably end up eventually switching out. I don't know if they make a machine version yet. I might get that.
You talking about Lynch?
Yeah.
When you say machined, like the 2-part?
That's the modular. The machine's just the solid one-piece material. It's not a fold over.
Lynch Northwest. So I thought that they did my Strider clip. I think they did. McNeese, hold on. Other brands. Now, why in the world am I not seeing McNeese listed here? When I know they've got McNeese clips because I've ordered them.
No, I saw them the other day.
I'm going to go all clips. God damn it, Daddy. Why do they make everything so hard? Would it be under new clips, maybe? Or do we want to look at the machine?
McNeese. Yeah, machines. Boom.
McNeese 3, boom. Did you find them?
Yep, they're on there.
These right here?
Yeah.
What's the difference in the standard and the machined? Or the short and the machined? I know the short I don't want. But except for the leaf.
It's
$30 versus
it's all one piece. It's not a fold over, so it's a single piece of tie that's that thick, and they just mill out everything else around.
Instead of taking a thinner piece of tie and bending it over.
Yeah.
I got you. I do like the price point of the standard. If I was an asshole, I would have called them and said, hey, can I send you back the short one and swap it out? I just don't know what color. I think the Stonewash is what I'll go with. Whoops. Maybe Tradesman. I don't remember. But anyway, I got the bag it came in. Yeah, the short clips are good, Dang Ross, but it is a little small. I got it right here. Yeah, sand washed. So here's the short. Let's do a little something here.
Dang, I got a a project I'm going to be working on with this one. I'll once I get the parts, and I'll fill you in and show you. But I think it's
Can
gonna
you
be
see that one, homeboy? So this is how long it is on the NAF.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's too short.
You think?
Yeah.
Just
The stock clip works. It's just ugly.
See, I think if I roll around, because I'll do a lot of rolling around on the couch, I'll sleep. I think more likely to fall out of my pocket.
Dan, it depends on what you're sharpening and how often you're going to be using them. So give me an idea of what type of steels you're going to be using them on and how often you're going to be sharpening. Because there's always going to be a trade-off. Either there's going to be some you can get cheap, but you have to maintain them a lot more, or you can get good ones and you don't have to maintain them nearly as much and they'll last. So there's depends on how you want to approach it. If you want to buy once, cry once, or if you want to buy once, maintain them, wear them out, and then buy them all again. So, but some of that comes down to how much you're using them. So that's why I asked that.
So this thing rides perfect in my pocket. Let's see where the clip hits.
Yeah.
And it's on washers, by the way. I recommend getting some Skiff thick washers for $8, $8.95. Use your Vaughn 10, it'll drop it down. You will thank me.
Dan,
they feel so good.
Dan, if that's the case, then I wouldn't cheap out. Start off slow and add into your as you can afford more. Spend money to get a good coarse stone. And then once you go from there, you can add stones in as you go, as far as like a medium grit, a little bit higher medium grit. And then you can add polishing stones in later if you want to. But at least get a good coarse stone as your first stone, because that'll make it a world of difference. They're going to cost you. I mean, you're going to spend $100 on a good one, but it'll make your time doing it a lot more enjoyable and a lot easier and faster. So,
yeah, I think you're exactly right. Would you get a plate, or would you get a bonded for that coarse stone?
I get that vitrified, the silver, pull top of silver. I wouldn't even mess around with getting anything else, because I mean that's going to last you a long time. It's going to handle up to the hardest of steels, and it's going to cut faster.
That much better than a TS Prof Poltava.
Dan, you can do. They make like a 225, 240, or if they depends on if they have them in stock. If they have a 160, that's what you'd want. They're super coarse though, and they actually cut a lot faster than their rating says. So like that 225 cuts like a 80 grit stone.
Is it this metallic one right here?
It's the silver, pull top of silver. Nope. That's the metallic CBN. I've got, if you go back to Hapstone USA, is that what that was?
Yeah, but they don't have it up here. It tells me I go to the wrong, it says that page no longer exists.
Well, just if you go to the website, just go to categories and go to stones. and then go to Diamond CBN, and then look for the Poltava silver. It's around $100.
Poltava expert resin bonded.
I think it's all the way at the bottom, or it was. It used to be.
I wonder if they sold out of the silver. That's why it's gone.
Keep going up a little bit.
Poltava resin CBN, metallic premium.
Right there. Premium silver. 105.
Yeah, but you can get 225. Would that be coarse enough?
Yeah, I think 160 is the lowest they offer.
They're out of that one.
Yeah, I figure as much. Yeah, 225 still works great.
Yeah, those are nice looking stones. I think stones make the difference. Night knife nut.
Maddie, shut up.
Kyle.
Like that. I saw it.
He's talking about y'all. The Forest Fix is going to be sick. And guys, I need to find out how many of these are spoken for, because I'm going to be releasing a video on it. And there are a few of them that are available now, and then there are a few of them that'll need to be made.
Yeah, we need to talk about that before the video goes up, probably.
Oh, we're going to. I'm in no rush.
Dan, yeah. So, like I said, just if you can sprinkle them in as needed, that 225 to get you started, and then use your other stones in the meantime. And then as you want to increase the quality of them, go into something like the Alpha Stones from TS Prof, which are made by Beneve. Those are great stones. I would go like 240 and 600 of those, and that'll get you a good three.
On TS Prof's US website.
That'll get you a good 3-stone set. And then you can add in later down the line if you want to. So, but start with the 225, and then if you, as money becomes available, get the 240 and the 600.
And what do we decide the differences in these are?
Just different range of grits. So
100 to 9,000 or 120 to 11. Which would you go for? This one?
I probably wouldn't get the set. I would buy them individually.
And I think you told me this before. Let me get my book.
Good luck with that, Maddie.
You would get which ones? Like for your core, like if you didn't get a Poltava course, if you were just going to go
I
all
would get something else course besides
an alpha.
Yeah.
All right. So you would put Poltava, even if it's 215.
Yeah, I would do.
Would you do an Atoma over that? That's what Jared first had to get. And
no, I wouldn't because they wear out. I would do something in CBN that's not going to wear out like that.
So Poltava or just Poltava?
Poltava makes the best core stones. The silvers are the best of the best. You could get the premiums.
No, I'm not. If I'm going to invest now, how many of these would you get? Like 3
I would
or
just get 2. I just get 2 to start with because you can take it to 600, and that 600 actually, if you look at the grit conversion rate, that 600 is actually closer to 850. So it's going to give you a decent shine to it, but not been anywhere near obviously polished. But it's
all right. If your Poltava was 215, even though we know it's different,
225.
Would you get 360?
No, I would do 240 and 600 because they react differently. So the
240 in the
240 in the alpha and 600 in the alpha, because the 225 does not react like a 225. It cuts more like an 80 grit.
So that 240 right there.
Yep. And then the 600.
And you just finish on that 600 even if you were honing?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
out of stock. So you probably wait for it. What's the closest to 600?
Robert, if they've got the if you've got the one that accepts the 6-inch stones and it's the universal holder, then those are all 6-inch stones. Those will work.
Yeah, they don't have much around 600.
Yeah, then don't get it and just add it as you go.
Wait, they got 360, which is not anywhere close. Yeah, and just use the Veneve.
Yeah.
Let's see what else I've got in stones.
So like the 240 is equivalent to I have to look at the conversion. It's roughly around 400 grit. So it's still a good working edge. I mean, it's not, you can definitely finish stones on.
Where else would you go? Gritomatic? Where else do you look for stones?
Hapstone or Gritomatic. Gritomatic tends to be a little bit more expensive.
Yeah, they're right there in Atlanta, though.
And their customer service is not the best. But they just moved. They're, I think, going to upstate New York or something.
Oh, lovely. So in stock, what are they called?
Ron, he's not
Poltava.
actually inquiring. He's actually just trying to give me a hard time.
So 400 is the lowest they got. That's not worth it, is it?
Well, that's not also that's just the premium.
Diamond, yeah. All right, let's go back here and let's go to
after 600 video, I would go to like a 1200, 1500, depends on the setup you're looking for, but you can jump from that. You don't jump nearly as much on your lower grits, but you can jump more in the higher grits.
yeah, the TS Prof, they don't even have 600. What the fuck? They've got 120, 180, 360. That must be a
Robert, if you plan on doing a bunch, yeah, it definitely isn't even comparable. I would.
Yeah, you don't want plates if you're going to do a bunch, right?
No, he was asking if he's got the Work Sharp Precision Adjust Elite, and he was asking if it's worth the upgrade to TS Prof. Absolutely. If you're planning on doing a lot, if you're not doing a ton, then that'll work for you. But I would suggest, yeah, if that's the case, then sell your Work Sharp and buy a Pioneer, or if you really want to go out, buy a KO3.
How are Hapstone's premium CBMs?
Those are made by Poltava. They're their lower line. That's Poltava's lower line. I'd rather get the Poltava branded ones like the.
So if you got your Poltava 225 and you couldn't get your alphas, would you get these over alphas?
No.
Or wait?
I'd wait, because those aren't even comparable as far as quality wise. The next closest thing on that page would be the Poltava. Where's it at? The experts. They're not experts. The I gotta look at the names of them. I can't remember all the names of the different.
Well, the silver's coming all the different grits too.
Right, but I don't like the way they polish as much as I do. Those are good cutting stones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me grab my.
I know that's boring, guys, but I find stones fascinating.
Hang on 1 second.
Robert, one thing, if you like the Precision Elite, I had the Precision forever, and Gritomatic sells a little arm. Let me pull it up.
And FYI, if you're looking for stone storage, this is by far the best case on the market. This is the half stone version. And this is like $25, comparable to all the other ones that are like 15 to 20, and they're jank. This is actually nice foam one.
Where'd you find that one?
Half stone.
Yeah, those TS prop ones are ridiculously priced. They seem like they should have fucking stones in them.
Yeah, so if I wasn't doing the this one's here, these are the Expert Pros.
So right here, I've never tried that one, but that's a hapstone. And what these allow you to do is run any stone. This is the one I had. It allows you to run any stone that you buy in your workshop. You don't have to depend on their stones.
You're welcome, Shane. So these two, this is the Bronze series, and then that's the Expert Pro. I would say for polishing capability, this is probably the better polisher, and this one is going to be a blend between cutting and polishing. So if you can't get the alphas, get one of these.
Well, if you were going to get one of those, and if it's you, which would you get? The Expert?
Whatever's in your budget, and whatever they have available in stock.
Well, they're
both close. I mean, there's not a drastic difference between the two lines. But I prefer the alphas to any of those. But
what's Ron's link? Let me go to it. That stroppy stuff. That's where I found it.
All right, Manusfaction. If you're actually truly curious, then yes, stroppy stuff 100%.
Here it is right here. And this is the only place that has it. And I had to call them 3 times because their customer service wasn't the bomb.
Not the only place that carries it.
Huh?
It's not the only place that carries it.
It's the only place I could find it in stock. I was looking for the 6, I think. What'd you tell me to get?
No, I'd do 3 or 1.
Yeah, so they've got 1. I think that's what I got. And then if you go stroppy stuff,
I know Hapstone and Gritomatic both carry it in stock. Whether it's actually available right now, I don't know.
might be now. Let's see. Stroppy stuff, where to buy. Gritomatic. Gritomatic has, yeah, they're almost sold out of it. Go back
Shane,
and see.
That's a common misconception. That doesn't matter. It's what you take it to and hone it at, and then whatever you strap it with doesn't matter. But the finer the micron, the easier it is to remove a smaller burr. So therefore, you need to hone more before you go to
all the Gritomatic's got the 9.
Yeah,
they don't even show the 3
or 4, whatever they use. I forget, they use 4 instead of 3. But yeah, so typically here's what I use. I'll go from a 600 grit stone and I'll hone and then go straight to either on this or I've got another one. This is actually 0.5 micron stroppy. And if I'm doing like 240, I'll go to 3 micron on gunny juice. I don't ever go above 3 micron. You don't want aggressive because when you get aggressive, it actually rips the teeth of the toothiness off of the edge. So you want a lower grit micron to keep the teeth on. That's what, unfortunately, people have told you for a long time. That's not
accurate.
Yeah, you need to take it to whatever grit you want, hone it very well to get most of the burr off, then go to a low micron emulsion, and that will keep the teeth on the edge.
What do you think about the polishing films
It's nothing.
on a plate? You think it's better to do a strop than
I would do it. Yeah, I'd do a hone, or I'm sorry, I would do stones and then strops. But you don't necessarily need to go through a full strop progression unless you're only going for a mirror. That's what's silly. Shane, I will tell you what to do, and you will listen.
chunky emulsion in
If
your
you had to buy one, get probably just get 1 micron, Maddie. Now, the thing about it, you're going to understand too. So, like, if you take a knife that is relatively dull and take it to 1 micron, it's not going to bring it back to life right away because it doesn't have that capability. You could take it to like a 9 micron and it will, but at that point, it's not sharper than the 1 micron. So, how I can phrase this is, let me see if, okay, so I know everyone's already seen this before. This is your teeth on a apex, right? This would be completely apexed. That's your burr, right? If you hit that with a 9 micron, it's going to snap those off, right? If you hit it with a 1 micron, it's slowly going to work those closer back to the apex. So on a big burr or a dull knife, it's going to take more effort to get to that point. But that's why I said on a duller knife, hone it so you realign those burr closer to the apex, and then hit it with that fine strop, and it brings it back better. Yeah, Shane. The code is FU.
I don't think Jared's got a code on his site. I think you got to put in Neves Rocks.
So, Maddie, if you do, or anyone, if you are going to a lower micron, just make sure you understand that principle that you need to hone to realign the edge and get that burr small before you actually go back to stropping it.
Yeah, like you told me, you don't really even want to have to strop it. You just strop it for the polish.
The strop portion is only getting the last little bit off. I'm using a hone or stone to hone to get that edge realigned.
I got you. Yeah, sometimes, and I've had to be really careful with my stropping not to make my knives duller. And you can do that if you're not careful.
So if you were to take your edge at, say you stop it at 400 grit, right? And then you take it to a 9 micron strop versus if you take it to a 1 micron strop, the knife's actually duller at 9 micron than it is at 1 micron.
Right, right. And I've gone to the 1 micron on all my strops. I've got 2 that I use, and they're clean, 1 micron, and they're covered.
Now, if you're going through a full, complete polish, like a true mirror, and I'm working all the way up to, 12,000 plus grit on stones, then I'm going to go through a complete series of polishes with strops. I do a 3, I do a 1, I would do a half, I would do a 0.5, 0.25, all the way. And the reason why is because you're not necessarily worried about how much keener you're going to get that edge. You're worried about trying to get all the previous scratches out, like you're sanding. So the idea of going through a complete stropping rotation would be only if you're going for a true mirror, but that's very, very rare and not needed. Hey, Scooter, what's up, man? That's to me, that is a difficult way to measure something. I can tell you some of the steels that I feel that have gotten the sharpest. I don't I know people will argue to the day is long, but the best tester is BS. So it's not an accurate testing mechanism. But I have had some of mine tested on there, and it's, I swear to God, Shane, I'm going to put your ass in timeout. I've had some thick Medfords getting down into the 50s on an actual best, but I don't take that as a true test of what's sharp.
Hey, Medford's gonna be sharp now. Don't be a hater.
No, I'm talking about on a
Wedge.
Yeah, this was on a AR-75. So yeah,
It was actually a Strider.
no, it's a Medford Strider collab, kind of like a JWK Thug collab, collusion.
I see what you're doing there. Your timing's spot on.
Yeah, that's more than enough, Dan. And you don't necessarily need to go to 2. I honestly, I rarely take much above, at the very highest, right around 1,000.
In terms of your grip,
Yeah. What's up, Fog? Scooter, it is, but it's also only impressive in depending upon who the actual end tester is. So that system is flawed.
isn't OCD for EDC the best tester?
He approves of it, and I understand his philosophy behind it to a point, but I also don't agree.
But I mean, I'm talking about he does it probably as I wasn't being as much of a smartass as he acts like
he tries to do it. He tries to do it as
scientifically as possible.
As fair as possible. Yes. So,
Satisfaction. Send it to Kyle. He'll get it that sharp. The risk I'm sharing of splitting an atom in a block of cheese.
Yeah, but that requires him to actually send something out.
True. Therein lies the problem.
Paul, no, I don't. I don't want to spend the money on one that, because I think they're junk in their theory.
I mean, like when you can test it, I guess, by cutting paper towels and cutting medium when you're done.
Yeah, I mean, I test it based on actual real world materials and how it reacts, not necessarily what a piece of
wire,
wire, but potentially how it's, what tensions is it strung at and everything else. So what pressures used and what levers you, and like there's so many variables that are put into that machine that just make it inaccurate.
I've got tape on my Lamia.
Maddie, if that's a two-way street, try telling it to a toilet.
Speaking of toilets, was Stevie getting on that plane that was going from the Honey Bucket today?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell if he was getting ready to board or if he was just watching it getting ready to blow the Honey Bucket over. It looked like it was backed right up to it. And maybe that's how they clean them out. A little jet fuel.
Well, possibly. The jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, so.
Paul Mills says he thinks if you use it the same way every time, it could be accurate, which is probably true.
To a point, but not to be used as a scientific measuring device like it's claimed to be.
Maddie says he's sending him, Kyle. He's got UPS boxes being delivered.
Well, that's great. I can't wait.
The anticipation is fucking killing me.
Yeah. Yeah, Shane. Like, I mean, I'm not saying there's a better system out there that you can buy, but I just think it's flawed and not to take a lot of creed in what is actually said about the actual test results.
I like to shave hair off my left gonad and see how smoothly it comes off.
And by left, he means only.
Well, that's the one that hangs lowest, so it's the easiest for me to access in my elderly state.
I thought that was the only one you had.
No, I just can flip it up in my gut and work on it.
Hey, Fog. He caught it.
Ground fog.
I did get an interesting gift about a week ago.
What'd you get, dude? Nice. Is it a
See if anyone can figure out what that is.
Is it an A5? Quattro.
And if you can figure out what that is, you'll know who it came from.
Can't figure it out. I know it's an Audi. I can see that. You need to get some of that Amazon track that they sell 35 feet at a time for Hot Wheels. I wish they had that when we were kids. Have you seen that shit?
No, I don't play with toys. It was a gift. It's just going to stay there.
You sissy.
I'm a grown man.
Sissy. Hot Wheel track. Yeah, that orange track, that was the old days. Now they've got this track. Boys will be boys. And when you're ready to see how fast that thing will run, what you want. Look at that kid. He's like, fuck yeah.
That kid has no father figure.
Fuck yeah.
Get outside and play.
Only if she consents. See, I wish I could. I can't. I'm not good at slicing paper towels. I think it's because I'm too spastic.
Richard, it was a gift by another community member. I thought someone would have guessed it by now. But yeah, it's just a. We'll put it this way. Is that a sedan? Is that a hatchback? What is that?
That is a little wagon.
All right. So how many doors would that have?
5. Does it have 5?
Yes.
Hey, look. Fuck yeah. Look at him go, man. That could be you, Kyle.
That poor kid needs therapy.
Run down your stairs. You can hook it to your window, to your door. You can drive mama all kinds of crazy.
You could actually put that outside with a little bit of water on it, and Javon could fit on it and slide down it like a slip and slide.
Like they've got some of these that are a couple $100 that they use for, I guess, schools. Let me find
ding,
it.
ding, ding, ding. Someone finally got it.
What is it?
Paul Mills.
Of course, Paul would get it. Check it out. Look at the flex in this thing when these cars go through it. I'll get copyright stuck on that. Fuck yeah.
You know what? That thing's flexible enough you should actually beat your kid with it for not playing outside and playing with stupid toys.
Well, the only thing about it is they're not, you know how because I got beaten with Hot Wheel tracks, but they would split apart. These new tracks, these new improved, whether you get whatever brand, except for Hot Wheel, they're not separated. But yeah, you could definitely get one laid on you. Trying to find the go to.
that adds up, Shane.
Yeah, like if you just go with
Poster child for "Don't Be This Kid."
yeah, this right here, the clamp with the 2 strips. That's what you don't want to see coming in your box. You don't want mama to be ordering that an Audi A6. What was it, Kyle? I didn't see his comment.
Here, I'll highlight it. There you go. I told you the answer was
was the Audi 5-door?
Yeah, but I told you the answer would give you who the present was from.
5-door.
Right.
I agree. It's sad, Satisfaction. Chili sketty. You know what sounds good?
I don't eat chili sketty, first of all. And I was busy my entire childhood having fun, not doing stupid.
There's something very unusual going on at Taco Bell. Something you wouldn't expect. We're making pizza. Mexican pizza.
Man, that's tempting, isn't it?
No.
Especially when you don't have to roll down your window. You just pull up to the drive-thru and go, hey, give me my pizza. And I got the app too now.
Of course you do. Maddie, what do you mean bring it back? You don't have
chili cheese burrito?
You don't have them there, Maddie?
I don't got time for a chili cheese burrito. What I did used to like was their let's see what the Taco Bell menu says. Go right here. Most of y'all's Taco Bells probably are open the hours that they say. Let's see what their new items are.
Maddie, I was kidding. We don't have them either. I just want to make you feel bad. But the best item that they ever had was the Mexi Melt with extra cheese.
Yes. Let's see what they got on the Cravings value menu. Cheesy melt grilled steak burrito, cheesy roll up, spicy potato soft taco. Ugh.
Their quesadillas suck too.
You know, I like their steak quesadillas.
There's nothing to them. It is like
there's
a paper, and their sauce is horrible too.
Where's the Mexican pizza? Yeah, baby. See, they don't put olives on it anymore, and they don't put the little onions on there. But damn, it's good.
Shane, you're just jealous because you're not big enough to be a choking hazard.
I won't quit sharing that. That'll make me hungry.
I just miss the good old days when they actually made like the big nachos Bel Grande that was stacked, loaded with all this stuff.
Oh, you did. They were huge. And
the jalapenos, the actual olives, tons of sour cream and cheese.
For $5.99, you can get like a suitcase full of tacos and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they didn't have DoorDash where they'll bring it to your house. But then it costs you $30 no matter what. Costs you $30 no matter what. 10 for 10.
Although,
that's exactly right.
I'll still say for fast food, they still have the best deal out there. They have that 5, 7, and 9 deal. And you get a lot of food in there for $7, and you're not going to get that at any other fast food place.
At Taco Bell?
Yeah. those box deals, they have the $5, $7, and $9 ones. Like the $7, $9, you're not gonna get that much food. Any other fast food for that much money.
They claim that they deliver on your on the app. I don't believe that.
Try it. See if they deliver to you right now.
I gotta change it. I'm gonna change it to my. It was in Birmingham, 35801, but they don't deliver here. Whitesburg Drive open till 1, which is a fucking lie.
Paul, I forgive you, but your opinion is allowed to be wrong.
In-store drive-through. Drive-throughs open till 12:30.
You got an hour.
Yeah, but let's see what they say here. Check-in at drive-through speaker. Oh, I guess that's all it wants me to do. See if I go in what it does. Store wait time 5 to 8 minutes. Yeah, all they say is they'll make my order when I arrive. They're not giving me any extra love. But what are you gonna do, right? I don't need Taco Bell.
Looks like my in-store and drive-through is open till 3:30.
God, that's strong. They'll probably deliver to you too, won't they?
I don't know if they will or not. I'm not getting the app to find out.
Mine's 12:30, and what'll happen is, let's say I ended the stream in 5 minutes, and I got in my car, and I went down there, and I got to the window. They go, "Oh, we're sorry, we're out of Mexican pizzas."
They just don't want to sell you anything. You could order anything, they'd be like, "We're out of that. Sorry."
Oh, I mean, it's just be one of those things, man. And I'd leave there just pissed off, and I'd go across the street to Burger King, and it would be closed. They would just be turning off the light, and I'd be like, "Fuck." And I'd be thinking, where else can I go? And I'd end up at the damn grocery store or the gas station getting chips. So I might as well just get chips anyway. Fuck it.
Shane,
I like nuggets. Now,
you leave my Dino Nuggies alone.
I could eat chicken McNuggets with a hot mustard right now. I could eat a box of 20 and a large fry, no problems. I love me some chicken nuggets.
Yeah, so the weird thing is my Taco Bell doesn't close till 3:30, but then they open up like at 6. So it's like they might as well just be 24/7.
Yeah, well, and, you know, they're probably only closed for like an hour. There's probably somebody in there snoozing, sobering up to make the biscuits. Because what do they make in the morning? What's their morning?
Dude, their breakfast crunch wraps are phenomenal.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, what is a crunch wrap? Is it like?
It's a tortilla, like a half of a quesadilla, and then they stuff it full of eggs, sausage, hash brown, and sauce and other stuff, and then it's all folded up. Then they're phenomenal.
That does sound good, because this is going to gross y'all out. But one of my favorite breakfast items at McDonald's is a Mexican burrito, and I get that thing, and I'll put that hot
the breakfast
sauce on
burritos.
every bite.
Yeah,
but I bet the Taco Bell ones just amps that up, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, and they're pretty filling, and they're like $4.50.
Man,
it's a good breakfast.
It wasn't so much of a hassle to go over there and get turned down once I got there. If I knew it wasn't going to be a, hey man, guess what? It's your lucky day. It's Tuesday, so we're going to screw you.
Well, just wait. Just wait and go in the morning.
But then I'll miss. He didn't wait till the morning. And he got him a little crunchy Taco Bell. Yep, get it up.
Little rat.
No, I'm not going to go down there tonight. It would, because I know I'd get disappointed. I'd call down there and I'd get the manager and he'd say, "Oh, yeah, we got plenty of those. Oh, yeah, we're open for another 30 minutes. And I'd go down there and they'd go, "Sorry, man, we closed." That's my Ebonics voice.
Can you not order ahead?
Yeah, see if let me go ahead and.
And they can't tell you they don't have it then if it's available for sale.
Well, let me just play with this app for a second while we're sitting here all together.
Yeah. My thing is, if I'm going to eat fast food, and I'm too lazy to go get it, then it's not worth.
It's not worth having it come
Well,
and be
no, I
delivered.
mean that's you're paying more for it than you would if you got it from the store. Then
And
you're paying for delivery and tip, and at that point you're paying double for what something costs, and it's overpriced anyways. And that just proves that you're so lazy that you don't need to be eating that kind of crap food to begin with.
no, but I take offense at the lazy part,
I don't.
cocksucker.
No.
Because sometimes it's just one of those things that works. Try Face ID again. Taco Bell. Let's see how I had this thing set. Phone number instead.
Shane, I think he was trying to order some Jordans.
There's an issue with this number. Please try a different. Sign in with Apple. Don't
What's up,
touch-
Gareth?
Man, it wants me to know how old I am. It wants my birthday. I just want fucking tacos.
Yeah, that's stupid. You don't need that info. I'm not giving you my demographics. Oh, look. Neil's here.
Who is?
Neil.
Hey,
McKenzie.
Neil.
Captain Sprinkles.
Be among the first to get Taco Bell news. I agree to the terms and conditions. They didn't want the year. They just wanted my date. All right, add your phone number. Checking this box. I don't want that. I want to be the first. Texts you a one-time code to the number. Confirmed it. I'm in.
Nice.
All
Sorry,
right.
Neil. I did notice you. You're being just your enthusiastic self over there in the corner.
Hey, John. Gonna explore the menu. Hey, it picked up my my location.
Of course it did.
Do it. But it's not telling me on my exclusive. It's not telling me when it closes. It's not giving me any of that good information. I can get a meal for $4 for $20. I mean, fuck it. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna go. Delivery.
Sorry you had a bad day, Neil.
Sorry, Neil. Hopefully, Kyle's make it better for you because I'm over here selfishly looking for Taco Bell orders. 9 to 1. They say they've got delivery. Huh.
Until you go put
Don't
an order
talk
in.
amongst yourselves. Let me see if I can find this Mexican pizza.
Once you put in the info for the delivery, it's going to say not available.
You're probably right. Combos and boxes, specialties. That's what. All right, I'm gonna go Mexican pizza, 2 beef, no beans, none. That's a biggie there.
You just run it.
Easy on the tomatoes.
What's up, Drinkwater? Cliff, the only thing they deliver there is whale blubber, isn't it?
Pico de gallo. All right. So add. All right. So hit view my bag. Pay with PayPal. I'm not afraid of that. I want you to tell me where you're going to deliver it to me. Crunchy taco in there. soft taco in there.
I went to the left side of the menu.
Well, I'm just trying to get it to give me, like, if I check out, I want these sauces. I want 1, 2, 3.
Do you not have any condiments in your house?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of sauces in my house. Drive through in store. So I just got to drive through if I want to do it for $15. Fuck that. They won't bring it to me. I'm leaving and I gave him the bird emoji on my way out. I'll probably end up going there anyway, though.
Gareth, they don't have hippo tacos over there?
Yum. Baby hippo tacos are the best. I see the cutest videos of baby hippos, man, on Instagram. And I'll tell you what, those big hippos will fuck some shit up. They will fuck some
they're
lions up.
the most dangerous animal out there.
Are they the apex out there?
Yeah, without
I
a
saw
doubt.
them chomping on some lions the other day. The lions were just bathing, minding their business, and the hippo's like, "Oh no, you didn't." It was on like Donkey Kong. I guess it's like getting clubbed with Thor's hammer ×4 with those
Shane,
big flat teeth.
we can't have hit rock bottom. You're not on here with us.
Yeah, I think we're doing good. Uber Eats delivers for Taco Bell. I know, but then you get somebody like Grateful Panic driving your shit around. I refuse to go that route.
How awkward would that be?
Cocksucker. Yeah, shove at my door with my fucking food all closed. No.
That would if that wasn't sealed, that definitely had something done to it.
No doubt. Read the name. Tennessee start showing up my credit card. I'm such an asshole.
Why do I have 4 fish tanks coming?
Good God, y'all.
Oh,
I don't think hippo tastes like chicken. I think it tastes more like gator. I would think it would have to be barbecued and smoked for a really long time. But I've never had hippo, nor have I ever craved it. But I bet it'd be good on a Mexican pizza.
So if Shane calls it a Boston butt, would he call a hippo butt a Cape Town hind end?
Now, are they in India or are they in Cape Town? I think they're in India, man.
What, hippos?
Yeah.
They're all over Africa.
Hold on. Hippo.
They're all over Africa and Asia and parts of Asia.
Okay. Tell you something funny. This chick who I watch, who's from brain rot. She, her husband had to go to. No, you're right. Sub-Saharan Africa. Why would I doubt you? Tanzania, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Zambia, South Africa. They prefer areas with access to water and grasslands. They eat short, chubby dudes that sharpen knives. Tropical rainforest and swamps, limited to a few countries in West Africa.
I thought they migrated some of them into Southwest Asia, but I guess not.
Showing some maps, but maybe they're speculated to. I'll tell you what we've been getting in the Everglades. And I've seen some killer pictures of panthers.
Shane, that rabbit was adorable. I don't like rabbits, but that thing was adorable.
Shane's rabbit?
Yeah.
I like him, man. So here's what I think about when I think of hippopotamuses.
Yeah. He'll F that boat up.
Look how fast he's going. And he's in the water right now. Look at this. Look at that head.
Yeah, and just capsize that boat with one swipe.
Dude, it's as big as an elephant.
They're brittle. I mean, they're brutal. They're super mean.
Here's one that sinks a boat. Let's watch this.
Yeah, and then be stuck in the water with that thing.
Oh, do you think that was AI?
That looks like AI. Yeah.
Yeah, hippos are the real deal. Where was the hippo?
Meanwhile, Garrett's out there riding him like a bronco.
Oh, I know. He's not scared. I mean, he's like, we're such wusses. Oh, this might be the other way around. Nope.
Yeah, it wants nothing to do with that hippo.
No, he sure doesn't. But yeah, hippos are
For being fat, they're crazy fast too.
Then you got the most terrifying. Hold on.
Shane, you didn't put the rabbit in the wall like you did with the snake, did you?
Got an ad. Not renewing. I don't want to protect my basement. Hovering over the skip. All right, here you go. These guys are fierce. They started to group up and they sink boats. They've turned on people. They used to bring people gifts and shit. And now they've just gone rogue. So if you're ever out and you see one, it might look cute. It's got an agenda.
Gareth, I can't imagine, buddy. That's got to be terrifying.
And they say the smaller they are, the more dangerous they are. These are the ones that will get you. Whoop. See that look? I don't know if y'all can see that, but he's sizing them up for their weaknesses.
It just stays there, Shane? It doesn't want to be inside at all?
Why does he want to stay outside, I wonder? Probably because of dog. Give me that fish, motherfucker. They're gangster, dude. I'm terrified of them. I'll take a shark over an otter any day.
You're crazy.
They're brutal. No, but the real deal is y'all need to read about what orcas are doing to yachts in St. Tropez or somewhere. It just stays in the front yard. Edgy, that's something's going to get it out there. And I know that's how nature plays. But I bet if you brought it in and gave it some loving, made it a little bed by your bed and snuggled with it, let it lay on your chest, y'all bond.
Yeah, but I don't think BB would have that.
No, BB's not going to go for it. Well, Kyle, what do you think, buddy?
I think I'm getting hungry from all this talk.
I am too. Guys, I'm going to get some food. I love you all. I hope to see you Friday night. I hope to see you tomorrow on Maddie's. We've got Thursday night, the Honey Bucket. Y'all look out for one another. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. Love each other, unless you don't. Peace.
A little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna wanna make it.